along the patient journey. And it's too easy to lose sight of the person at the end of that journey. It's too easy to lose sight and to disconnect with that patient because they're not physically there. They're not currently going through that process. And so these larger healthcare organizations, incredible in delivery, phenomenal in clinic experience, absolutely horrific patient experience. And one of the collaborators at Coherent recently went to a large private hospital and said the care they received in the room, extraordinary. It felt like going to a 5-star hospital. Walk out of the room, the intake is slow, it's broken. The follow-up is slow, it's broken. The inconvenience of needing to go back and fill out forms again for a different service is slow, it's broken. But that enablement, that layer of enablement of relationship around the provider doesn't live in your practice management software, in your electronic medical record, in your hospital system. That's not what those engines are built for. Those engines are built for clinical compliance. They're built for operational efficiency. They are not built for delighting your patients. And if you want to win in 2026, in 2027, in 2028, you need to delight. You solve for delight. That is the thing that matters. If you're working in private healthcare, competition is just getting worse. If you were early to the rush in the UK and you were here 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you were part of the evolution of the sector. In the US, you have this incredible competition. There are dental clinics on every corner. There are private providers on every corner. What makes you different? It won't be the clinical care. It's increasingly becoming a commodity, maybe not at the top level surgical procedure at the most invasive high clinical risk. Sure, there are a few specialist surgeons who might be able to provide that service. But as you start to move into more mainstream care, it is unfortunately increasingly a commodity service. So how do you get competitive in that market? How do you get competitive with the people down the block? If you're Starbucks, how do you compete against Dunkin' Donuts? How do you compete against Costa Coffee down the road? You need something different. And it's rarely the coffee. It's the ambiance. It's the experience of being there. It's the great communication. It's the ability to order in advance. This is about providing convenience to your patients. It's not about providing clinical service. And so you need leverage in building that competitive moat. You need to build defensibility around